Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's Daily Bible Bites, where we take one chapter per day and read through it using the Kwikscan Bible. So today is January 2nd. That means we are on chapter 2 of the book of Genesis, and we will jump right in. So on the seventh day, God ceased from this work, and God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy. Here's a summary of the events in the creation. There were no plants or grain at first, for God hadn't sent rain, nor was there anyone to farm. However, water welled up from the ground. When God formed a man's body from the dust and breathed into it the breath of life, man became a living person. Then God planted a garden in Eden and placed the man. The Lord planted beautiful trees in the garden, producing the choicest of fruit. At the center, he placed the tree of life, also known as the tree of conscience, giving knowledge of good and bad. A river from Eden flowed through the garden to water it. The Lord placed the man in the garden to care for it. But the Lord gave this warning: you may eat of any fruit except the fruit from the tree of conscience, for its fruit will make you aware of right and wrong. If you eat its fruit, you will be doomed to die. So the Lord formed every kind of animal and bird and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. But still there was no proper helper for the man. Then God caused the man to sleep and took one of his ribs and made the rib into a woman. Adam exclaimed, "She is part of my own bone and flesh. Her name is woman." This explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two become one person. Now, although the man and his wife were both naked, neither of them was ashamed. So there's a lot to pack into that small chapter. But what I want to focus on is the very beginning today. God rested on the seventh day. So his rest was not a rest because he was tired. God is God. He's almighty. He's omnipotent. He's omniscient. He's all powerful. He's everything. So he doesn't need to rest from his work. But God's rest was a rest of completion. If God rested, we should rest. And it's just that simple. He says later on in his word, and we'll get to that as we get through these chapters, that a fool works from sun up to sundown. So we have to put things into proper perspective. So today, what I want you to concentrate on is resting. When you complete your work, rest. Don't jump into the next task. This is the pot calling the kettle black, really, because I've been a workaholic for many, many years. But before you can give a word, you got to have that word ministered to you. So I'm really ministering to myself right now. As we are entering into 2021, and we get deeper into it, just focus on resting and keeping things into proper perspective, because we've got a lot going around us. There's a lot of stressors that are out there, good stress and bad stress, but there's a lot that's going on around us. And we don't want to wear ourselves out, because if we do, then we're no good to anyone, including ourselves. So think about God resting. Again, his was not a rest of being tired. His was a rest of completion. Complete your work and take a rest. Thanks so much for tuning in. Join us tomorrow for another Daily Bible Bites, where we'll jump into chapter 3 of the book of Genesis. God bless you, and we do hope to see you on the other side at www.dltmoreministries.com, where we've got weekly church services, Bible studies, and many small groups that you may be interested in. Thanks again. Love you in Jesus' name. Have a great day. Bye-bye.